The whistleblower complaint has just been released by the House Intelligence Committee, and Congressman Adam Schiff calls it a travesty for being held this long. He also added, quote, "This complaint should never have been withheld from Congress. It exposed serious wrongdoing and was found both urgent and credible by the Inspector General." The House Intelligence Committee wasting no time with impeachment proceedings against President Trump. It's asking the acting director of national intelligence, Joseph Maguire, questions about that whistleblower report. And you're looking right now at live pictures of that hearing on Capitol Hill. Also this morning, a new report from the New York Times raising red flags not only on the conversation between President Trump and the leader of Ukraine, but how the White House handled records of that conversation. The president tweeting just moments ago, "The Democrats are trying to destroy the Republican Party and all that it stands for. Stick together, play their game, and fight hard, Republicans. Our country is at stake." Yahoo Finance's Jessica Smith is on Capitol Hill with more this morning. And Jessica, a lot of drama this morning. Break down this whistleblower complaint for us.
Yeah, this complaint was just released a few minutes ago, so we're still going through it. But I want to read you one section at the top of this report. The whistleblower says, "I have received information from multiple U.S. government officials that the President of the United States is using the power of his office to solicit interference from a foreign country in the 2020 U.S. election." He goes on to say that in most of these events, he was not a direct witness, but multiple officials told him about it. He also says that White House officials were deeply concerned after that call between President Trump and the Ukrainian president. He says that about 12 people listened to that call. And he also says that there were efforts to restrict access to records related to that call, especially the transcript. The complaint says that White House officials intervened to lock down the records of the phone call. They stored the transcript, he says, in a separate system that was designed for sensitive information. He also said he was concerned about Giuliani's involvement in national security decisions and his involvement in communications with Ukraine. We're still going through this, but we'll be sure to keep you updated as we learn more about it. We know Democratic lawmakers who had already read the complaint said it was very disturbing. They wanted to learn more. They want to talk to these other witnesses that are mentioned in the complaint. They want to look at more documents. Here's how House Intel Chairman Adam Schiff described that complaint.
What this courageous individual has done has exposed serious wrongdoing, and I think it a travesty that this complaint was withheld as long as it was, because it was an urgent matter. It is an urgent matter, and there was simply no basis to keep this from the committee.
No, as I mentioned, he did say that the complaint brought up more witnesses and documents that the committee wants to see. Of course, President Trump is downplaying the seriousness of this, trying to cast doubts on the whistleblower and saying that he did nothing wrong.
Jess, are you hearing any murmurs or any speculation out there within the GOP with regards to any growing unrest?
You know, we've heard from a couple members who have expressed concerns about this. Senator Mitt Romney said that this was deeply troubling. After looking at the complaint last night, Senator Ben Sasse said that everyone needs to slow down. He said that Democratic lawmakers should not rush to impeachment, but he also says Republicans shouldn't be so quick to say there's nothing wrong here, because there are disturbing things in this complaint. But the president's firmest supporters, I'd say most of the GOP, are really sticking with him in saying even if some of this may have been inappropriate, it doesn't rise to the level of an impeachable offense. But we'll definitely have to see what the acting DNI says before Congress today and see if that starts to change any minds.